Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Pamela's Healing Journey, Trauma to Triumph. I'm Pamela, a social worker and fellow healing human, and today's video is a little different. I asked you to send in questions about mental health, trauma recovery, and healing, and today we're going to dive into them. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, confused, or alone on your journey, this one's for you. So let's get into the most asked questions and share some light, truth, and tools along the way. Question number 1, how do I know if I'm actually healing? This is such a powerful and honest question because healing doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like crying more, feeling more triggered, or needing some more rest. But here are a few signs that you are healing, even if it doesn't feel like it. You are more aware of your patterns, you pause before reacting, you start setting boundaries, you feel your emotions rather than avoiding them, and you no longer feel numb all the time. Remember, progress isn't perfection, it's presence. And you're doing it better than you think. Question number 2, why do I still feel stuck after all the work I've done? Yes, this one hits deep. And this is one that I asked several times over the early part of my journey. Sometimes we hit healing plateaus. And that's not because we're failing, it's because we're integrating. Also, trauma just isn't in our mind, it's in our body and nervous system too. So we've done all the mindset work, but you still feel stuck. Try some somatic practices like breath work, shaking, or grounding. Inner child work, my personal favorite, Reiki, although tapping is another one, and other trauma-informed therapies. Remember, stuck doesn't mean broken. It means something wants your attention, not your judgment. So you're encouraged to seek out a different type of practice. Question number 3, how do I deal with people who don't understand my healing journey? This is so common and it's so hard. And if you're experiencing this, first of all, I am so sorry that you are experiencing that. Nothing worse than doing all this hard work and working on your healing and having people in your life come at you and be like, why are you doing this? It's terrible. They should be supporting you. And if people are not supporting you, then you need to start questioning that relationship. Again, not saying that you have to leave the relationship or sever it or any of those things, but you need to question that person's intention. Okay, so the truth is not everyone's going to get it. Some people are going to minimize your pain, they're going to question your growth, and they're going to want the old you back. But here's the truth. You don't need their validation to keep healing. You're allowed to outgrow people, and boundaries are an act of self-love. Repeat that one. Boundaries are an act of self-love. So here's the deal. Your healing is going to make people who have not done their own healing uncomfortable. Certainly the case with somebody who had an important role in my life at one point. My healing made them uncomfortable because it made them have to acknowledge that they haven't done any healing. But they have a mindset of, I just got over it, so why can't you? Every time I progressed on my healing and I went further in my healing, that person spoke up. And that person was vocal about, why are you doing this? Why are you putting in so much energy? Why are you doing this to yourself? Because I want to be free. And today I live free. The people that are going to want the old you back are the people that were getting something from you at your cost. And that's what they want back. Right? When I didn't used to have boundaries, I used to jump when anybody said, hey, Pam, can you help me out? Hey, Pam, I need this. I would jump quite literally like, oh yes, what can I do for you? As I started to grow and heal and started to put boundaries and started to find the word no, those people didn't like the changes because they no longer got to take advantage of me, is what I'm going to say. Not that they were intentionally taking advantage of me. I don't want to say that they were bad people, but the people that want the old you back are the people that are missing something they used to get from the old you, the unhealed you, right? So keep those things in mind when you are feeling like these people are not validating your healing journey or not understanding. The other thing I want to say is find your people, whether that's online, in support groups, or communities like this. And remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for becoming healthier and happier. And people that truly love you unconditionally and want the best for you would want you to be healed, right? So the final question for today is, what's one thing I can do every day to help myself? So I love this question. And if I had to choose one thing, I would tell you to practice every day being intentionally connected to yourself. So what does that mean? How can that look? If you're a journaler, give yourself 5 minutes to journal every day. Maybe you're not a journaler, and that's okay, because writing is difficult for me. You can just sit. Give yourself 5 minutes to just sit and be with your thoughts. Just be present in the moment and let your thoughts run. Don't question them, don't pull them, don't analyze them, just let them run. Another way that this could look for you is speaking affirmations, right? So I have sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I have affirmations here in my office wall. You can write down affirmations on a sticky note. You can place them on your mirror. You can place them in your car. Speaking affirmations every day is a way of connecting with yourself. Another one that I love is check in with your nervous system. So just stopping and saying to yourself, to your body, what do I need today? And maybe you hear, I need a hug. Or maybe you hear, I need to have some ice cream. Whatever it is. Maybe you don't hear anything. That's okay. Just stopping and checking in with your nervous system, whether you receive a response or not, is connecting to yourself. Another one I love is practicing gratitude. And I recommend people practice gratitude daily, because gratitude helps shift our mindset from a negative to a positive, right? It's quite literally impossible to be feeling a negative emotion while expressing gratitude. So some of the ways that this can be done is, I suggest that you find a time, something that you do in your routine every day, and you make that the time that you practice gratitude. So a few suggestions is, you can write a gratitude list in the morning while having your morning coffee. You can practice gratitude in the beginning. I would practice gratitude when I was like brushing my teeth in the morning or having a shower. Another one is to, just as you're climbing into bed and getting ready to go to bed at night, just choosing that time to come up with a couple things you're grateful for. Okay? There's no rules to this. Gratitude is whatever you make it, whether it's one thing or you list 20 things, it doesn't matter. This is simply for you, and it's just the act of switching your mindset and reconnecting with yourself and your day. I want you to know and understand that small daily practices are more powerful than occasional big breakthroughs, right? Because it is these small daily practices that are going to help you build tools and routines that are going to focus on yourself and your healing. So that wraps up today's Q&A. I thank you to those of you that sent in questions, and I encourage you to continue to send in questions, please, because we will certainly do another Q&A. I'd like to ask you to share in the comments, what's one question you still have about trauma and mental health healing? Again, I can either address it in the comments or we can address it in the next Q&A. And finally, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with somebody who may need to hear the message, and don't forget to subscribe. I want to keep continuing to build this safe and supportive space together. This is a community that we are building together, and I appreciate your support. So until next time, keep growing, keep going, and know that you are not alone. Have a very blessed day.